just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Hey YouTube, a long time no talk. In fact, actually, it's been about 4 months almost to the day since I did a video. Wow, that's quite a long time. So where have I been? Good question. I've been around. I have been lurking, as it were, on YouTube. I've not really left the community, although I've not been an active part of it. I've still been around, listening and enjoying a lot of wonderful, wonderful videos from some of my old favourites and a whole host of new favourites. It's really kind of incredible to think that it's not even been a year since I joined YouTube and the community, and yet in that time I've seen, like many of you probably have, I've seen the community just kind of bloom and blossom so vividly, and it's a real wonderful thing to see. And it's been lovely while I've kind of been taking a back seat. It's actually been a really nice thing to see this thing that I very much love and care for kind of, nurture itself. It becomes self-sufficient and grow into this wonderful, wonderful thing that it is. But where have I been? That is a good question. Well, actually, the more accurately put question would be, why haven't I been making videos for nearly 4 months to the day? And there's a few answers to that question. The first being that, if I'm being honest, I became somewhat disenchanted with the idea of making videos. I just wasn't feeling very creative, and I just wasn't feeling very inspired anymore. And if I'm not happy with the work that I do, I'm not happy to put it out. I have been called a perfectionist before. I've even called myself a perfectionist before, because it pretty much is true. If I'm not happy with the quality of what I'm doing, then there's no chance I'm putting it out. And I just didn't feel the motivation and inspiration to do videos for a little while. I didn't actually plan to be gone for so long, but I kind of guess I just got comfortable with not doing them after a while, and I kind of just became accustomed to enjoying the community as an outsider again. But eventually that changed, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this. But in that time, I have done a lot of reflecting, done quite a bit of soul searching. There are a lot of things in my personal life that I need to change. There's a lot of foundations for change which need to be made, and it took me quite a while to get into gear with that. But I kind of found recently a sunburst of energy, a kind of rejuvenating bolt of what's the word I'm trying to think of? momentum, like a jolt of momentum, whereas previously most of my gears had stopped grinding and I'd kind of come to a bit of a standstill with a lot of things. But I feel more focused. I kind of feel like I now have picked myself up and I've set myself targets and goals, and I'm now working on them, and it feels good. And because I've kind of got that inspiration going, it's kind of opened a lot of the doors that I had shut during that time. One of which was making videos, but you know, I'm very much an all or nothing kind of person. That's a big part of my personality. If I can't give something my all, then I just won't give it anything. And for a long time I just wasn't giving anything, if that makes any sense. I should also maybe just point out that I'm just currently getting over a cold. So if I do sound a little bit rough or you hear a bit of snuffling and sniffling or just a general bunged up sound, my apologies for that, but yeah, I'm on the other side of a bit of a cold. I hate being ill, and it really has affected my throat, so I've tried to keep off from doing any recordings of any kind this week, because I just kind of wanted my throat to be in a decent shape and my voice to be reasonably decent, and hopefully this isn't too bad. But if it is, sincere apologies. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I was saying I'm very much an all or nothing kind of person, and now I've got a few sort of cylinders warming up, as it were. It's kind of setting off others, and it's kind of making me want to get certain things going, and one of which is obviously making videos. I have a couple of ideas for what I'm going to do, but not very. I mean, there's just a couple. When I say a couple, I mean in the literal form. I've got about 2 ideas. But other than that, I don't know what to do video-wise. I feel a bit rusty, as it were. I mean, I'm sure once I get back into the swing of things, it'll be like riding a bike. But seeing as it's been a little while since I've done a video, I kind of I need to get back into my swing of things, and then I'm sure I'll get some more ideas. But you guys could do me a huge, solid favour by suggesting some ideas to kind of get me back into my mode, get me back into my momentum. So if there's any requests or any ideas for stuff that you would like to hear, or that you think I'd be quite good at, or you'd like to hear me have a go at least, please feel free to voice your opinion. Let me know your ideas or your requests or what have you, because at the minute my imagination's running a little bit low. I'm a little bit like a robot that's just rebooting its systems. We'll get there eventually, but we're just kind of powering bits up one bit at a time. I've actually just seen a tag video going around in the last couple of days. I do love tag videos. They're usually quite fun to make, and they're kind of informative. So I might have a go at that. It's the nerd tag, which is pretty much right up my alley. It's my cup of coffee, being a big big old nerd, as it were. So you can expect to see that, I think, next. Other than that, yeah, I could do with some suggestions or ideas. That's where you lovely people come in, which leaves me to, I guess, my final point before I head off. I just want to say a huge thank you for those who have subscribed in my absence. Apologies for not having any new content for those that have subscribed, but your subscription means a lot. The fact that you want to hear more from me for some ungodly reason, it generally means a lot. But also a huge thank you for those of you who have subscribed and stayed subscribed to me while I've been gone. Those of you who haven't given up hope and hung around. That's actually very touching, because I kind of came back to this thinking I probably lost about half the people that subscribed to me because I've been gone. But surprisingly, it seems to have gone up for some bizarre reason. So yeah, thank you for everybody that's took the time to listen, and more importantly, took the time to be patient with me. It really is appreciated. Other than that, I don't know what else to say at the minute. Other than it feels good to be back. Whispering Blue has kind of been irking me to come back for some time, and I've been like, no, nobody wants to hear me. And that probably still is the case, but whether 2 people listen to me or 200, it doesn't matter. I feel ready to come back, and I feel like the time is now. Seize what time you have, because every day is running out. Not to be nihilistic about it or anything, but time is precious and it's a wonderful thing. And if I've learned anything in my time away, it's actually to make the most of time. And on that thought-provoking note, I will leave you to go about and do whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I will speak to you soon, I guess.